Can you really get fit with body weight workouts and body weight exercise? Absolutely. Of course you can. You can get fit doing just about anything that moves your body as long as you follow some basic principles, which is, first of all, be consistent with it, because whatever you can consistently do from now till the end of your life, as morbid as that might sound, the better it's going to be. Because if you do, I don't know, let's just say some fad exercise program, and it's got some fantastic exercise in there, they're great, you feel a good burn, you get some results, but you don't stick with it because you get injured, or you just drop off the wagon of you don't want to do this anymore because you've had enough of it, boredom, then that exercise no longer serves its purpose. So consistency is key. I've said that before, but consistency with an exercise. If you really love doing squats or lunges and you can do them every single day for the rest of your life, you're going to be more consistent than somebody who does them once in a blue moon. But then we have to look at the other variables when it comes to strength training and conditioning. So the second thing, so first of all, I would say consistency. The second thing for me personally is, what are you trying to achieve? What is your outcome that you're trying to achieve with your exercise, with your movement? Are you trying to put on muscle? And if you're trying to put on muscle, then obviously there are sets and there are reps that you will need to follow that, because you need to load the muscle in a certain way that you get the stimulus linked with recovery, good nutrition, good sleep, etc. You're going to build the muscle up and you're going to hypertrophy. If you're working on endurance, then it's a different protocol for endurance. If you're working on power, again, so you can see, what is your actual goal? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to get big? What are you trying to do? And then you can set your sets and reps and your program design from that. So first is consistency, then is what is your outcome. And then the third thing as well, and then keeping this to just 3 simple things, just to keep it really, really simple. The third thing for me is it a functional movement that is addressing your imbalances, musculoskeletal wise? And the reason why I use that as a third one, and the third kind of pillar, so to speak, or the third approach, is because if you do something consistently and you stick with it, you're going to have a long-term benefit from it. If you do something that is what your outcome is, so let's say it is to get bigger, because that's your goal, you want to put on muscle mass, so you get your sets and reps and your program design, fantastic. And then you also are choosing exercises that are addressing biomechanical issues, postural issues, injury issues, etc., etc. You are now hitting that kind of trifecta, that trinity of different things. You're going to be consistent with it, fantastic. You're doing the movement for your intended outcome, and you are then also addressing any issues from imbalances, which again is fantastic. So then that means you can be more consistent because you're not going to get injuries. You're also going to be able to then put on the more muscle mass or achieve your goal, and then you're going to keep your body in balance. For me, those are keeping it really high level. You could go off in tangents with this on loads of different sort of variations, what you look for. And can you do it through body weight? And can you get fit? Yeah, you absolutely can. Because if you take something like a really simple routine would be press ups, again, you can scale all of these exercises easier or harder. You take lunges, you take squats, you take back extensions, planks, pull-ups, dips, all of those, you can set them to a intensity level that works for your intended goal. And then obviously there will be sets, reps, and a tempo that will go with that. So you can set that, and you can do it no equipment, no cost, and you can load yourself up and get to the physique and the fitness that you want using your own body. And we often forget that that is possible. And for me, what I do is I do a lot of body weight work. I also do a lot of kettlebell work, but I do a lot of functional movements. So I do rope flow, love to include rope flow. I'll get on to, some kind of basic climbing stuff as well. I used to do a lot of bouldering and climbing, but now I tend to just do more sort of, free climbing. I'm just climbing out and about wherever, up a tree if I want to. But it's looking at those those different things. So for me, what I'm doing is I love to include things like Hindu squats, Hindu press ups. I'll then also put in some dips and pull-ups. I will do burpees because I find that they're just a really good exercise for conditioning. I will also do, running on the spot between exercises. I'll do some high knees. I'll go on to a set of monkey bars or something like that, and I'll be working on these different movements. And that can all be done. I mean, take the monkey bars out of it because obviously that is a bit of equipment. But if you take all of the other stuff, you literally only just need the floor. That's all you need for the large majority of these exercises. And then you can build a really good physique off that. And there's no cost, it's easily accessible. And in terms of like how often you should do it, well, what's your intended goal? What are you trying to get out of it? Because if you want to hit a certain goal, that means that you're going to have to train daily with it, that you then obviously you scale that without getting into like crazy detail on program design, because I do that more with clients on how to design a program and how you should be doing different bits and pieces. But yeah, absolutely. So what I would say is give it a go. Give a simple routine of press ups, squats, lunges, plank. It's not like crazy exercise program. It's nothing too fancy. This is not like, some I've made it from wizardry and just pulled some exercises out of the ether. But you just try that. Just do some press ups and some squats and some lunges and progress up. Now, if you're a seasoned conditioned athlete and you're wanting to get functionally strong and fit, then drop me a comment below and we can talk through some other different exercises and ways and progressions you can do that. But as always, like and subscribe to the channel. And if you've got any questions or anything, you want to see certain videos on different exercise or mindset, mindfulness, becoming anti-fragile, whatever it might be, I'd like to know. Drop a comment and I can make some videos and some content for you. And as always, have a great evening wherever you are in the world, or a great day if it's the beginning of your day, and I'll speak to you soon.